This story is about a servant who falls into a secret love with the queen and having hidden affairs. When the king uncovers this betrayal, the servant has to run away to save his life. To stay safe, he hides his true identity and takes refuge in a quiet church, hoping to find peace. But little does he realize the church is not as peaceful as it seems. The nuns there look calm and devoted on the outside, but inside they struggle with hidden feelings, secrets, and deep emotions that can't be easily controlled. The film opens with a young nun named Fernanda, who is walking through the forest with her donkey. When she arrives at the church, another nun named Ginevra stops her and asks where she's been. Fernanda replies, "Just like every time I lost my donkey again." Later, we see all the nuns gathered in the church for morning prayers. After the prayers, Sister Maria, the head of the convent, questions Fernanda about her absence last night. Fernanda replies innocently, "I just went to look for my donkey." Meanwhile, we follow Sister Ginevra, who is quietly talking to Sister Maria. As she picks up an old book, her eyes stop at a mysterious illustration of an ancient ritual. Her expression changes. She's clearly disturbed, but instead of reading further, she closes the book and sets it aside. In another part of the convent, we meet Sister Alessandra, who is visited by her father. During their conversation, her father says, "I'm trying to find you a good man to marry, but the ones I find are asking for too much dowry." Alessandra, frustrated, replies, "If you donated less money to the church, maybe we'd have enough for my dowry." But her father refuses and says, "It's not right to reduce donations. Don't worry about marriage, just focus on your life. Even without a husband, you can live a happy life." These words deeply hurt Alessandra because her dream was to live a peaceful, beautiful life after marriage, not in this harsh convent full of rules and repression. The next day, we see Fernanda, Ginevra, and Alessandra together, carrying their knitted clothes, trying to distract themselves with work, but clearly restless inside. As the story unfolds, something unexpected happens. The servant who had an affair with the queen enters this world of silence and secrets. After a long chase through the forest, Musette stumbles upon Father Tommaso. The father had drunk some wine on his way to the market, and his cart overturned, spilling all the knitted clothes into the river. Seeing Father Tommaso in trouble, Musette helps him collect the clothes back. Grateful, Father Tommaso learns that Musette has no home, so he takes him to the church. He offers him food and says, "You will stay here as a deaf and mute man." Disguised as a deaf-mute, he starts working at the convent. But his presence ignites a storm inside these women, awakening desires, insecurities, and confessions that were buried for years. After the emotional conversation with her father, Alessandra shares everything with the other two sisters. Hearing this, even they become sad, realizing how little control they have over their own lives. Just then, their attention turns to Laura, a quiet worker at the convent, who was looking at them from a distance with strange eyes. Feeling uncomfortable and angry at his stare, the three sisters become furious. They even physically beat him, using this moment to vent all their suppressed emotions. Meanwhile, we see Father Tommaso, the church priest. On his way, he runs into Laura, who is bruised and visibly disturbed. Laura says softly, "Forgive me, Father. I don't want to work here anymore." Father Tommaso tries to calm him down, telling him that such things won't happen again, But Lure doesn't listen and walks away, leaving the church behind. One day, Fernanda sees Musette and, thinking he's an intruder, rushes at him with an axe, demanding to know who he is. Sister Alessandra arrives just in time, calming Fernanda down. Then Sister Maria comes and explains, "This is our new gardener, Musette. He is deaf and mute." After hearing this, Fernanda backs off. Later, Sister Maria talks with Alessandra and shares some bad news. "The clothes you sisters worked so hard to knit were stolen by robbers on their way to the market. I'm sorry your efforts were wasted. But Maria has a plan. We will bring more people to help with weaving. This way, we can make more clothes in less time." After this, Alessandra is seen working with an old nun named Vio, making clothes. But while working, the frame of the clothes breaks, so Alessandra goes to Musette to get it repaired. Meanwhile, Sister Genevieve notices Alessandra leaving and secretly starts keeping an eye on her. Alessandra asks Musette to fix the frame, which he begins to do quietly. As he works, Alessandra vents her frustration. "I don't want to stay here. I don't want to do sewing or any of this work. I want to leave and live a good life." Musette doesn't respond. He just keeps fixing the frame, pretending to be deaf and mute in front of everyone. Alessandra knows Musette won't hear her complaints or tell anyone. That night, Father Tommaso visits Musette's room. He asks kindly, "How was your day? I know the sisters can be quarrelsome and make things difficult." Musette nods silently. Father continues, "Don't worry, they won't harm you, but keep telling me if anything happens. And remember to stay deaf and mute. In front of them, it's better to avoid trouble." Meanwhile, Fernanda is reading alone in her room when suddenly a stone is thrown at her window. She opens it and finds her childhood friend Marta waiting outside. The two happily reunite and then head to Alessandra's room, where all three start drinking wine together. Soon, Sister Genevieve joins them, and the four have fun, sharing laughs and stories. During their gathering, Marta begins to talk about romantic things, mentioning a special herb that can attract boys. The other sisters listen with excitement, clearly enjoying the playful conversation. The next day, while Musette is working, Alessandra approaches him with a small handkerchief. "I made this for you," she says, gently wiping the sweat off his brow. She sits next to him, and for a moment, they share a quiet, tender moment, a rare peace in their complicated lives. But suddenly, Sister Genevieve walks in and sees them together. Her eyes narrow suspiciously. She whispers to herself, "What is going on here?" As the story unfolds, secrets come out, desires rise, and loyalties are tested. Just to remind you guys, if you want to watch the exclusive clip for free, join our Telegram channel. We share full movies and spicy clips there. You know, YouTube doesn't allow us to upload the spicy ones. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you later.